Hey guys, how's it going? It's June 12th, 2020, and here with my son. Just came downstairs just in time.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was just posting over on the Train Sim forum. I just had an interesting post, if you will, about the importance of supporting the small fish and all this other stuff, which I do agree. But one thing I'll say about supporting small fish, and I said this in the post on Train Sim, just because a small fish is out there, um, if they don't meet your expectations, or if they're not for you, why support them? And I don't mean that in a mean way, and I don't mean that in a critical way, or you know, I don't mean that like I'm holding a grudge or anything like that either. I mean, I know that sounds harsh, but the fact of the matter is this. The conversation that was, I just wanted to express this because I was just posting this. It was an interesting conversation over, actually, it was on the Train Sim World Forum because they were talking about some of how these bigger companies don't really care about the diehards as much as they care about the consoles. Just want to play choo choo, and that the PCs are dying out. There's less and less of them. Um, trains are so. There's so many assets to this hobby. It is unreal. I know guys who love going out to trains, but will never pick up a train simulator, and really never even get into model railroading either. So you dive into what's prototype trains, you dive into model railroading, virtual railroading. Then you go into, let's just say, model railroading. You can segment into that. You have the ones who are the artists. You like those that like playing around with electronics. You like those that like operating. You know, kit bashing. I guess that would go more over the scenic. But then it divides. The scenery divides into those that like building kits. Those that like, yeah. Sometimes they'll like, and there's nothing wrong with liking multiple things either.
Yeah, there's so much depth
Yeah.
to it.
Yeah. Well,
it's such a it's diverse, very diverse.
Yeah, and that's the thing. So you get into the virtual side of things, and I've been in practically all three.
Same here.
I have enjoyed my time with model railroading. Now, do I actually in model railroading? Do I get into the scenery side and the building? No, I could run on plywood. I've never really gotten into it. Do I like
It's just fun.
do I like the electrical side? Absolutely. Do I love track planning? Absolutely. But when it comes to getting in there and doing anything more than just putting something on plywood, I haven't got a clue.
Scenery's more my gist. See, I like scenery.
You like scenery, but you
Something
never
that's
got
different.
involved in it. You never
No,
had
I
the
got
opportunity to get
in it.
involved
Yeah,
in it.
because I was a little kid.
Yeah. But so then the prototype side is, it sounds straightforward. You just go out and watch trains, but even the people who go out and watch trains, some people may go out to watch trains because they like the different engines. Others like to see the operation behind it.
Lots like to see the photographs too, and just get
Yeah,
some
some people
shots.
like to do photographs. I don't. I do have a video camera and I have been taking them, but that's more for research.
Yeah, and logistics of things.
Exactly.
It's something about the logistics of things is just so fascinating to
Well, and it
realize.
is to me. So you're following the same bug as I am as far as that. So Emmett and I have different ideas. Like he's more into the scenery side when it comes to model railroading. I'm not. So I mean I know it's very easy to say, well, yeah, he's following in my footsteps, or he's doing exactly what I do. Nah, he follows a lot in my footsteps, but he's his own self when it comes to
Oh,
different things.
definitely.
Like for example, Run 8. I'll use that. Run 8 he was never into. I was. And
I was into a 2D game for a long time as
yeah,
well.
yeah.
I played.
And I wasn't into that.
I played Railroad Tycoon 2 for a long time.
I didn't mind that, but I got bored. I got bored of that.
I could play it forever.
Actually, Railroad Tycoon 2 is fine. The one was at Transport Fever.
Yeah,
That was, and see and there's the totally different types of games. There's so many different.
You have your simulator. You have your transportation game. You have this and that. There's no yards in Transport Fever. You're just there to make connections.
No, and eventually it's just like, okay, well, I'm more of the dispatching. Oh, I love the dispatching side of things. You guys know that.
I like dispatching, but not as much as you.
Exactly.
You love dispatching.
Absolutely.
I prefer switching. That's just my personal side. But yeah.
I don't mind switching. In fact, I enjoy it when it has a purpose. But but the reason why I bring that up is because there was that interesting conversation, and I basically said, if 10, 20 years ago I was able to maintain my ability to program, and I really got into the artistic side, the problem with the single person, it's very difficult for the single person to be a master of all skills. In programming.
Trades, really
yes. So this is why the big companies have the advantage. Now, when you get a nice size company like Run 8, I think Run 8 has got a great size.
Same with Iran.
Iran is not a small. Iran is criticized as being a big money gouger. I don't see them that bad.
No, same here. They're not as bad as Trains World.
Oh God, no.
No.
I think they're far worse. But yet Train Sim World has huge following and fans.
Yeah.
As much as we're on Train Sim criticizing them, and we criticize them a lot over on the Train Sim forum. I see a lot of critical talk about them. And I join right in on that because I think they're hot garbage. I think they're hot garbage. When I saw Oakville come out, I got all of a sudden excited again for Train Sim World, and I was just taking on that little. It was just like, and now they're talking about, oh yeah, this is the big talk now, Train Sim World 2. This is what I was commenting to.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Oh my God.
I feel bad though for all the people that are going to get caught in that.
So, but going back to the small players, Run 8's got a good size. And yes, I do want to support these companies. I wanted to support Run 8 for the longest time. And I know Derail Valley. I know that's a you like Derail Valley, don't you?
It's okay.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
It's the main reason why I like it is because of the VR aspect.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's barely a train simulator. It's more of I'm gonna crash into a valley. That sounds like fun.
Yeah, and that's where I got. That's where I ran
honestly,
into it.
It's probably worse than Train Simulator World. Like, you go to one location, you do one thing, you come back, and there's possibly a 50% chance that you derail on the way back.
Yeah, but Train Sim World, at least it's open ended. You can do some things with it. You got some editability to it.
Not really.
No? Okay, maybe it's been a while since I've run it. Okay. Oh, okay.
Really.
Well, whatever. It's okay. But Run 8, here's the thing. All I wanted to find out for Run 8, and this whole secretism thing. And they don't want to tell you anything because they don't want to let you know, they don't want to disappoint, they don't want to do this, do that, whatever. And I'm not I don't mean to be bringing up Run 8 again, but since we're on the conversation of talking about everything, I can't help but talk about where my past and where it's taken me now. So Run 8. They have a great, bunch of guys. They're very protective about their software and their their baby. But I had a non-disclosure agreement. I'm still under that non-disclosure agreement with them, and I can tell you this much. I don't know jack about anything that nobody else doesn't know. The only thing that I do know is the last time I was reminded that I'm still under a non-disclosure agreement. And that is something I can't tell you. That is the one thing, and that was the first time I knew something that nobody else knew. All I did was host a server and try to support the guys and try to promote the guys as much as I could. But bottom line was I was always true to RTS. RTS was always the thing. And I was always going to be true to RTS and my supporters. So when things didn't work well for me in Run 8 and things frustrated me or whatever, despite the fact I was on the team, I would react in a live stream or on a video, or I would try to show you ways around it. Unfortunately, that got me into trouble. So I was kicked out of the beta team twice. Supposedly, I guess once you're kicked out, you're still under the NDA. Even though I didn't think I was.
The NDA last.
Well, no, whatever. I'm not a lawyer, so I don't give a rat's ass. It doesn't matter to me. The bottom line is there was a conversation a couple years ago. I was reminded that I was still under an NDA. I'm like, about the conversation we were having. And that's all I can say. I can't say any more. I can't talk any more about it. And that's it. That's all there is to it. Nobody else knows. That was the conversation we had. And we'll leave it at that. So, but going back to what I can say, because I haven't got a clue otherwise what the hell they're doing, they got version 3 coming out eventually. Well, they got to sell me, and quite frankly, they really have to sell me now. Because
it's going to be hard for them to sell you. I can see it.
I can see.
Nothing special happened when Run 8 version 2 came out. It just means that RTS couldn't work.
Well, no. They tried. They tried. The problem is they tightened up the program so much that RTS was now broken to what Mike had some really good ski. He had some pretty cool tweaks in there that was reading off of different files, and unfortunately those files no longer became available. So it wasn't worth me updating, and I didn't. At that point, I was like, okay, so we've seen this and we've seen that. Now we see the world's getting bigger. There's a lot of people that are into Run 8, and I'll say this. They like running from point A to point B. They like starting in LA and running a train all the way out to the east end of Needles or whatever the hell, or not, east end of Seligman or whatever, and running for hours. That's not real. But if they like to do that, good for them.
Honestly, they would have to overhaul most of their game for me to want to play it.
Yeah, well, that's you.
That's me, but...
That's you. They don't have to overhaul most of the game for me to play it.
I know, but they would have to do a good job, and if they do, I'd be excited. I would be excited, but I doubt.
But we don't know. We don't know. The only thing. Know what it is, the only thing I've heard, and this is through public forums. Again, I don't know anything. Is that there's going to be movable bridges, swing bridge, or turntables, I think. I forget what else I've heard, but possibly an automated hump was one suggestion that I think John kind of liked. But that's fine. Anyways, I'm getting way off topic. We're off to 14 minutes here. I just wanted to say this. I mean, for me personally, and this is the point I was trying to get to. Just because you're a smaller company doesn't mean you have to support the smaller company. And I'm totally opposed to people who think we have to support the smaller companies or else this isn't going to happen. No. What we have to do is support anybody who's got an idea and who is willing to potentially expand or be very open with not only what they're doing but what they're planning on. When you're secretive and you're not really given an idea as to what direction you're headed, and you expect to keep a fan base interested, maybe some people can take that as good enough and say, well, they never disappointed me before, so why should I be disappointed now? Or maybe they're happy.
With those kind of games where they stay secretive and stuff, I mean, it's hard to keep people's interest, and some people think it's a better strategy.
That's why I lost my interest.
Yeah.
I was getting tired of not knowing, and I was getting tired of waiting. I was looking for something different. And hey, I feel that people are saying, yeah, you got to support it because we're minorities. We are. They don't have. I mean, there's this fear that somehow somebody's going to steal your ideas. There's nobody stealing anybody's ideas because nobody's creating anything. Very few are actually creating anything right now in the train realm because
a lot of people think it's monopolized already.
It's basically not monopolized.
Well,
it ain't monopolized.
Well, not exactly.
It's not monopolized.
But I feel like it's taken over by Train Sim World.
No, it isn't.
People do.
Bull.
Lots of people do.
Okay, if you say so.
Lots of people have the programming skills too.
Oh, please. Train Sim World has not monopolized the train sim market. There's no damn way.
No, it's not quite.
Emmett is not monopolized.
Not really.
It's not monopolized.
No.
They might be getting a lot of the new kids and all that other stuff who like the eye candy, but you look at Microsoft Train Simulator Open Rails is still popular. Now here's a concept I can get behind is Open Rails. I can get behind that. But anyways, I don't want to go on. I'm getting on a tangent here, and this is not what I wanted to talk about. And yeah. I didn't want to get on this tangent. You just keep on feeding me more and more. Yeah. Quit feeding me.
Okay.
Let's go on with what I was going to say. But anyways, I wanted to get into that conversation without you getting into a debate with me. Bottom line is there's plenty of options out there, and there's plenty of things. What Open Rails is doing right now, I think, is great. I haven't really gotten behind them because what I saw at the time didn't appeal to me, and Microsoft Train Simulator is an old engine, but other than that, I understand why it's still around because guess what? Content is king, and this is why the oldest ones that are out there, Microsoft Train Simulator and Trains, to me, still has the most potential because it has all that content. It doesn't matter if it's old, new content. Some people complain, oh, these old assets have been around forever, blah, 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 blah. Well, guess what? Somebody has to go in and create that content.
I mean, just look at the DLS.
Yeah, well, look at Microsoft Trains. Okay. I'm not trying to persuade people that trains is awesome.
Yeah, I know.
And that's the only thing. That's not what I did. This is not what I'm talking about. I know you're excited about trains. I am too. That's fine. I'm not trying to say this isn't about that. Anyways. And I don't want to do this video about that. This isn't about selling trains.
No.
I'm not a trains fanboy. I just like it. So, what we're going to do this weekend, let's go into it, because we just yapped way too long, and we only got 8 minutes now, so damn. Kid. I'm trying to make a point of it, and then you start going into... You didn't screw up. You just had a conversation.
Yes.
It's fine.
Too much.
It's okay.
Yes.
I talk a lot too. It's okay. I'm not used to having debates when I'm trying to get a point across. I'm trying to get this point across, and all of a sudden you're debating me. I'm like, what? Oh man, I was talking about what we're gonna do this weekend.
We're going to do stuff.
Well, we're gonna do a lot of stuff. What I wanted to get into. What the hell do I got a steam?
We have the.
What the hell do I got a steam engine?
The chassis unit.
Why?
I don't know.
Okay, is this a bug? What's going on?
It's the CNO, isn't it? The kind of Mothman.
Yeah, but why do I have him?
I don't know. Just wanted to.
Okay.
I like it.
Let me just go into this session for a second and make sure everything's okay. It's like it reset itself. Sometimes I don't know what the hell's going on.
Stuff. Maybe there was an update.
So I don't know. That scares me. I'm gonna have to start backing up stuff pretty soon.
Yeah.
I get real scared.
We saw
I've heard some.
Lose everything. Yeah.
I've heard horror stories.
Yeah. That terrifies me.
Yeah. Well, people have warned me. I'm like, okay.
It terrifies me. I honestly save every 20 minutes.
It doesn't matter if you save, you have to back up. Saving and backing up are two different things.
Also, for my game to crash, I also save. So
that's not so bad. Yeah. So this weekend we're doing. Well, we already did a lot. We were rail fanning tonight. I guess this is gonna go past 11 because you yap too much. And I got on a tangent to start with. So the last major thing was, of course, we got the industry in here. So we're done with that. So Fort Erie's complete. Everything's good with that. Buffalo, I gotta fix Buffalo. It's a mess because it's just a copy of Toronto. But I will do that. There's another staging that's going to have to go into place. Now, I do have an announcement regarding beta, and this is what I'm talking about, beta testing, and this is why I say there's people out here. And this is why I was trying to talk about this too and kind of segue it in. So, there is a developer who saw what I was doing, and it turns out that he's doing the same thing that pretty much that I wanted to do, and his program is 75% complete. I am going to feature his program, and we're going to test it out on Sunday, I believe. It probably will be after you're upstairs, dude.
I'll probably watch it.
Okay, well, it's going to happen Sunday, and I may have a video as early as tomorrow or some stuff to help us get us going. But what we have to do in order to get it going, it's based on the CMTM4 system. In fact, it works off of it, which is a car forwarding system that's really good. It's not perfect, but it's one of the better ones I think that's out there, and I wanted RTS to actually somehow get involved with it. But as it turns out, somebody's already thinking about that, or at least doing things. So we're having conversations as far as what I'm looking for and what he's looking for, and we're just having a good conversation about different things. And I'm going to. He wants to chat with me. He wants to show me what's going on. I haven't really, got involved with that. What the hell am I doing? I'm going back here. Let me go back to the Y here. So this is what where is my Y? Is this my Y?
Wait, what are you looking for? Are you looking for Jaeger or?
This is the Y. Okay, I was looking for a Y. So I got to finish this off. And once I have the Y, normally it would come this way, but I'm going to put a temporary staging in this area here. That's going to represent the CP Hamilton sub, and it's actually it's going to be really cool because it's actually going to have all the industries of Port Colborne Harbor, and that I'm looking forward to doing that. And it's going to be just like Buffalo and Toronto, except it's not going to have a hump in it. And it's going to be the actual industries, the interchange yard with Port Colborne Harbor, at Feeder, but everything's going to be small scale. It's not going to. I shouldn't say small scale. It's going to have the capacity of the prototype, except it's going to be very close distances. So everything is going to be relatively close to each other. Port Colborne Harbor will be able to run their jobs, and I'm basically going to make every industry. And I think I'm going to start doing this. Eventually, I may do that with CP as well and work it off of before I actually start bringing it out this way. And this is the approach that our Model Railroad Club that I belong to, which I'm still a honorary member, sort of, or a member in good standing, even though I'm no longer a member. I'm still very much follow what they're doing, and hey, maybe I'll become a member again someday. Right now, it's not for me, but it all depends what happens after this pandemic is over and if things go back to normal or whatever. But so yeah, I'm going to do that. As far as oxyvinyls go, I have I got the yard there, but I have to finish the storage yards, and it's very important that I finish these storage yards because yeah, well, you probably don't know how important it is and why. The big thing, reason why the storage yards have to be done is because CMTM4 uses, if these are empty storages, they actually will call cars from them.
Yep.
And I have to take a look and see if there's another layer over here.
Yeah, there is another layer back there. You have to explain.
All right, whatever. And over here, I don't think I'm going to touch into cyanamide or Cytec or whatever the hell the place I used to work at years ago when I was on the.
We have to get some more info on that before we can.
Yeah, so I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about Allenberg either right now.
No, not yet.
I don't think. Yeah, I mean, we'll see.
There's another storage.
Yeah. So Toronto, I have to get this arranged in such a way that it'll work with CMTM4, or I can modify it with it. So what this program is, and I don't know if I can. Let me show you real quick. And I've got to take a quick look here. Yeah, let me take you through a quick look here. I am going to turn off the display for a second. So game capture, monitor capture. Of course, you can still hear me. Is that working? Yeah. So I'm on. Okay, as long as the sound's working, that's all I care about. And yeah, why isn't this work over here? What the hell's that? That's the speakers of the game. Never mind. Okay, so yeah, I know it's a dark screen, guys. Just hang on for a second because I want to get into my email for a moment. And the reason why I want to get into the email is because I need to see something. This is CMTM Record Creator. It's done by a gentleman. I'll use the first name Alex for now until he wants to be identified as such. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy and paste certain things here. Because I just don't want to get into, I don't want to view. Okay. All right, so I gotta be very careful where I'm here. Let me copy and paste here, and I'll take this over to Notepad because I'm keeping it out of the. Let me minimize that for a second. I'll go back to that, and I will put in Notepad. Hopefully, I can put this in right into Notepad, and it'll come up. I don't think it will. Nah, that doesn't do it. What's up? Do
Google Docs or
Yeah, something like that. Sorry guys. Sorry, now Sheets won't do it. No, 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 no. I gotta get into a what is it? Microsoft, no, Open Office? Open Office? Do I have that? Do I?
There's Open Office.
Okay. Writer. That'll do it.
Google Docs would work just the same.
Yeah, whatever. Okay. It's not going to put the pictures in, is it?
No.
Dang it!
It does have links.
I don't care. I don't want links.
There's a PNG link.
Okay. Alright. Okay, here. Discard this. Sorry, guys. I just want to keep this guy confidentiality here. So bear with me for a second. Sorry about that. I don't want to get the links. I don't mind showing the information, but I don't want to give any more than that. Okay, I think that's good enough. Nothing any confidential here. I'm very particular about confidentiality. I don't want to expose my own confidentiality or anything like that. So here we go. I'm going to turn this back on. So, this is what we're seeing. This is from Alex. So he says, with the program, you will be able to easily create and manipulate the HTML file directly without having to use Excel or Access to create the database for the CMTM records. So what I was going to use was Excel or database. When you start the application, you will see the window where you can enter your user information, specifically where your editing folder is located. Once you've done that, the program will scan for open items, and once you select the item you want to edit, you can open the window. So you have the KUID, and it shows the author, everything like that, and blah blah blah. If your HTML file happens to have records already, it'll look something like this. So you guys have probably seen, if you're familiar with the CMTM4, this information is what the record numbers, the days active, whether or not it's coming from company, if it's coming from local tracks, destination. Of course, I don't know if I had scrollable in the email or not, but that's okay. I don't think it did. In this window under the Add Items tab, you can either add track marks manually, or you can import them from the log file if you have decided to print the track marks. So that takes care of that. And okay. Oops. And there, draft saved. I don't need to see a draft. Okay, let me close. Oh crap, I had monitor captures off. I wonder if that worked. Well anyways, I said everything. Jesus. Oh, let me turn that off again. So my game capture was. Oh man, are you kidding me? I'm sorry, guys. Well, at least you heard me say it. Okay, let me go back to my email again. I just want to see if there was any more. Ah, crap. That's not it. Okay, let's, yeah, I can do this for a second. So this is what some of it's looking like. It's kind of cool. So you got your user ID and all that other stuff in there. cool stuff. Oh crap, I don't want that, sorry. Okay, turn that off. And well, that's the record window. So the record window looks like that. So it shows if it's load, empty, days of the week, the record number, destination checks, blah blah blah, ECS tracks, which is where they get their cars from, KUID, which is like an ID, the number of records. This is very intuitive program. The car type, which is a universal system that they use for different car types. The begin location, trans local track. I'm not too sure about that. I can't scroll the rest of that, but and let me see if I can find the rest of it. That looks kind of the same. Oh yeah, here's the other thing it can do. And so yeah, instead of going in to edit the files, you can go right in and check the days you want off, which record number it is, you know, what days they're active. Then you got the pull down list for the car type, the begin location, the company, destination 1, destination 2, what kind of product it has, how long it takes to load, empty, add a destination.
It's pretty cool.
It looks really intuitive. It looks a lot more intuitive than it is just to get into CMTM and play around with text files. It definitely looks a lot more user friendly than RTS 1 did.
Yeah.
That's for sure. That's what I like about it. Like I said, I'm more of a data guy. I've never really got into the object-oriented and Windows-based programming. So this is nice. This is, I think, through the Visual Studio system. So, I mean, that looks pretty good. I'm going to close this off one more time. And I just want to see if there's anything else in this email that explains more of that. Yeah, so what the one data window is, and I'll explain this while the screen is off. It might sound like, well, once you get familiar with it, it's not that difficult. If it will help, I'll attempt a short video. Okay, he's going to do a short video for me, which makes it very easy to create the CUID table for the product list. So that one window is for creating the records. As populate the drop downs, the text box below will populate the data with the comma separated values. Anyways, just a little more info on the program itself. Blah blah blah. Okay. Just looking through the emails some more. Making sure I'm not broadcasting this to the world. No, I'm not. Thank you. Going on to some more here. So as far as he knows, the waybills are updated based on the load-unload time and the day of the week. For staging purposes, portals do work great. For CMTM, you will be using CMTM Portal 4, but there is currently an issue. It's a known issue with it where it doesn't assign it fast enough. I'm not going to be using the portals. I decided that I'm going to be using if I'm going to do anything, I'm going to be doing. This is why I want to put in the staging guards, because one, it gives me something to do. I can probably put some automation involved in it if I want to, and with Niagara, it gives me something to do in some of the off hours of the overnight hours and stuff like that. So he talks about using the ECS and last video last question I had, or he had with me, he'd be happy to join the live stream. So he might be on the live stream come Sunday. and he understands basically what I'm talking about when it comes to the randomness side of things. So I'm gonna pop this back on so you can see nothing going on. I'm just yapping. So I've closed my email for now. So, but nothing else really to discuss about that. I'm gonna cut this short very soon now, but whoops, okay. But yeah, so basically what'll happen in this whole ECS thing, the idea of these staging yards are going to become where, just like oxyvinyl, where you have all these hoppers and tank cars sitting around. You know, you have the loaded hoppers that can go in whenever they're ready, or stored empty when they're ready to send a bunch out, or however the hell that works. We're not sure yet, but anyways, you can the stuff would be there, so that's always good. So it basically pulls from a pool of cars that's available to be used to bring into these industries. The similar approach, this is more on a smaller level, but on a larger level for your entire railroad would be if you have an empty car, ECS stands for empty car storage. So similarly, I can have, what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate the car types based on the ones that I like or the ones that are set up to work. And then I'm going to have a bunch of empty car storage areas. I don't know if I need, this is what I'm a little confused about, I don't know if I need the industries so much now. I got to find out about that. I don't know if it's a matter of me being able to click and do something. I'm not too sure. I do have to go through the CMTM4 stuff again. There was recently some stuff about tutorials and all kinds of different things that I could look through. I've already looked through some, but there's probably more I can get into. But for the sake of whatever Alex is doing at this point, I probably will wait to see what he's doing first. And from our end, like I said, the plan right now, other than maybe being out and about and going for a walk and watching trains, is going to be to finish the loose ends. And I'm really looking forward to, I don't know about you, Emmett, but I'm really looking forward to doing the industries here for Trillium.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm doing it in a nice small scale. It's not going to be, I mean, technically Trillium is whoops, hello, where am I? Where am I anyways? I'm trying to think. Okay, so I'm getting confused. Trillium would be way the heck over here across Niagara going south to north. This is south to north going that way. The canal's, in this area here. So what that does is when he's coming down here, instead of having him come and go underneath the tunnel, wherever that is, I think it's over here somewhere.
That's
yeah.
The gorge there. It's probably further left, but that's okay.
Oh, gorge?
Yeah, the gorgey thingy,
the tunnel.
Tip, yeah.
Yeah, he comes through here. I can tell by the signals that's Robbins West.
Yeah, that's...
So the Y's right here.
That's Robbins.
But he comes down this way. Like actually he come down right here. It's right here.
It's around there,
yeah. So instead of having him come in and around there and then hook up to feeder and then be part of Port Colborne Harbor Trillium, what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to bring it out here for now and then create a mock shift version of Trillium.
CPPCHR.
Yeah. Well, the CP part I'm not really worried too much about.
For CP is the interchange.
The interchange, yeah, which there's really only, it seems like there's only like 2 car types for these interchanges, aren't there? Hoppers and those tanks.
Hoppers and tanks and boxcars. That's really all.
Oh, there was some boxcars on him.
Maybe 2.
Okay, well, whatever. Okay, Well, we'll figure that out. We've got at the end of this month. I have a week of vacation. I plan on, since we can't really go anywhere or everything's just starting to open up and we don't know. Talking about this whole second wave baloney. But the thing is, if because of the uncertainty, I'm not booking anything, and then I'm just gonna work my way, figuring it out. But yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to doing this weekend for sure. How about you?
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it.
Yeah, so that'll be nice. And then yeah, we're gonna. Oh yeah, the other one was I forgot. The other one is this one. I want to get to the this area here. Yes. Yeah. We got.
Welded tube, or welded tube. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, we gotta get welded tube. We gotta get welded tube done, and then we'll continue the track down
It used
here.
to be called welded tube, but now it's welded tube.
Welded tube, yes.
It screws with my mind.
But
Again,
again, we see cars stored down here. We know that's empty car storage for those bulkhead flats. So
yeah.
that'd be empty
One
car
was
storage.
actually open today, which is kind of interesting.
What's that?
One of the tracks was actually open today. I noticed that.
Yeah. So this is the CP interchange. This is what you see.
IPBX tank
Yeah,
cars.
and then
Some hoppers, the odd box car, and yeah, that's basically it.
you can see. Yeah. See, there's a couple
There's a box there.
box and a hopper maybe, or just
Yeah, it could be a hopper. I don't know.
I don't know.
A couple of hoppers. So it looked like a gondola.
They seem to
Yeah,
be.
just-
They seem to use the same tracks.
Mostly tanks and hoppers. Yeah,
Yeah.
they always seem to use the same tracks.
Well, that's cool to know. One track open.
Yeah, they usually leave the middle track open until the
Yeah.
end, or sometimes they put one or two.
And there's always one car down here. I wonder if that car's been there forever.
No, it's been moved.
Oh, okay.
It's been moved over time.
So yeah, I'll have to finish the yards and oxy vinyl. I'll have to finish the industry off and the one. That'll prepare me for this system, and then I'm gonna go ahead and give it a shot. I figure I got nothing to lose, and then who knows? Maybe I'll be running it full blown by Monday.
Yeah, it should be quite interesting.
Yep. So
Can't wait for a lot of things on this project.
yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I'm getting tired, so it's almost time for bed.
Oh, I remembered one thing.
What?
I have something to show you.
Oh, okay. All right. You got
I
something to show me.
remember.
Now you remember you got something to show me.
I
What do
have
you?
2 things to show. Actually, I have 3 things to show you.
Okay. All right. So you're gonna show me.
Yes.
You're gonna show us. Is what you're
I'll
saying.
show everyone.
So I'm exiting the driver, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you are. Going into the DLS.
Oh God. I hope these aren't big downloads.
They're not big. I don't know if they'll be done.
Well, I'll turn the volume down and let it go in the background. I don't give a damn.
So.
Because the computer's gonna be on. Well, the computer doesn't have to be on tonight, so whatever. Hang on. Main menu. Why do I got that steam engine? I still don't understand that. Okay.
That's the last one we clicked on, I guess.
Okay. Yeah. Whatever. More content. What am I looking for?
First off, you should probably get out of premium.
Yes, I already do that.
And then type in plastic.
Plastic.
And then you'll see everything.
What is it? What is it called?
It's-
Plastic what?
I can't remember. But
Loader?
there's barely anything in plastic, so.
Plastic granular unloader?
That's not the one, actually. It's also.
It's a Lars.
Oh, I saw it for a second. There it is. There's one of them in the top right corner. That's kind of cool.
Unloading, loading.
Plastic pellet silo DES. It's kind of interesting. Looks kind of cool.
The plastic pellet silo base.
Yes, that's the other thing.
thing gotta take forever?
Hey man. I can't remember. Oh yeah,
Oh,
it will take a while.
Okay. Plastic pellet silo.
Yeah.
Ooh, that looks kind of cool.
Those ones kind of do look like some of the tanks that are in the industry. It's not exactly where it's being loaded, but I figured I'd kind of show you to you because it's kind of cool.
So this is what it hooks up to?
Yep. They attach. It's kind of cool.
Where do we attach to? Have you already done it?
I've attached it. Yeah, it looks kind of cool.
Okay.
It doesn't serve a purpose of loading, but it looks real cool.
Okay.
So,
All right.
And then the other thing is there is a lumber industry underneath Lars, but I'm not sure if it says Lars in its name. So.
Lumber industry and Lars.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if it says Lars in its name. But it does say Lars in the picture.
What is it called?
Lumber industry? Maybe.
Lumber Lars? What?
I can't remember what it's called.
Great.
Yeah, it's hard to.
Thanks for coming out.
It is hard to find.
Well, you gotta write these things down for me.
Yeah, I know. CDK.
Lumber CDK.
No, that didn't work. Maybe somewhere around there.
There's Lars 2 CDK. Kellogg's. So coal, electric, pipe industry.
That could be useful.
Yeah, but then I gotta get Lars 2, which doesn't work anymore.
How do we know that?
Because it doesn't work with you gotta have the other Lars thingy. I mean,
Right now we're using Lars 1.
No, we're not.
Yes, we are.
We're no, it's Proto Lars. That's the only one that's working.
Okay.
It doesn't work in some of the older versions, or the newer versions. Some of the older ones don't work. PL A key 2. What the hell's that?
Proto Lars on the left there. PL stands for Proto Lars. It's sometimes
CDK. What the hell is that? Proto Lars CDK AK tube non-functional industry.
Metal tube industry.
So these all the same thing, just different versions, I guess.
Yeah. Different versions. Some may work, some may not.
Okay. Proto Lars intermodal. Kerosene.
Ooh, PLDK steel unloader. That looks like the steel unloader that's on Trillium.
Where?
Right, to your right, that one that has the yellow thing on top.
Oh yeah. Okay, well I'll take a look.
Steel coil loader, though.
Yeah, well I don't want that. Stanley Yard Intermodal Facility. Ooh, hello.
That is an intermodal facility.
This is a PLCD intermodal facility I made for my CSX Toledo terminal.
Yeah, PLCDK has stuff. I remember that. They have cool stuff.
Created for use with jointed rails, well cars, and splines. That's interesting.
TOFC.
Steel coil loader. Rotating warning light. Oh, that's cool. That's kind of neat. Hmm. Intermodal, I think we're almost at the end now. No, I'm at the end. Okay. Well, this thing's almost done. What now? I want to go to bed, so.
I can't remember what it was exactly called.
Uh-huh. Well, if you can't remember, don't worry about it.
I don't know.
Okay, good. You don't know. Thank you. Minimize.
Yeah, the PLCDK is proto-large CDK stuff. There's actually a lot of
Do
different
I want to
stuff.
bother with any center beams? Not really.
I tried to download some the last few days and it didn't work.
Oh, well, that sucks.
There's a few that don't work that are in there.
Oh, yeah? Oh, that sucks.
A lot of them do work though, which is quite cool.
Yeah.
Don't download flexi beams. I think they're ugly. And we never see them. I accidentally downloaded one once and I was like, oh, wow. That's not something I've ever seen. I'm surprised we only have the AOK ones.
Well, what's
You
a
gotta get
good
the
one?
NOKL. NOKL is one of the best ones, and CNIS is the other one.
Yeah, but are they individual numbers? Yes.
That one's an individual number. CNA, try that.
CNA?
Yeah. Okay, just the CN.
See, I already have a CNIS.
Yeah, but it's numbered.
Yeah, I don't want numbers. I don't like numbers.
Exactly. That's why you need to find a better CNIS.
Center beam, CN.
That looks good enough for me.
Reskin of center beams created by. Note these are empty and. Note these are an empty and 3 loads with running numbers, so you can spot an empty and pick up a load of your choice later, or vice versa. Okay. Cool.
That looks pretty neat.
What's this CN Tokel?
That's the same thing, but it has.
Oh,
a
it's right
Toko
here.
load.
What's Tokel?
Toko is a lumber thing. The lumber company. We see them, but it can't unload, I don't think.
USG. Winton?
Winton, yeah.
Which one should I get? Oh?
I would just get the center beam CM because the other ones are filled with it and can't be unloaded.
You sure?
Yeah, well actually you can send them to the States, so they're kind of useful.
Whatever. Let me download that one
There's
then.
some flats on the right. I mean, there's some on the right side too that look pretty good.
You're looking for what?
On the right side, look at those. Oh, that's a large one.
Where'd you? Oh yeah. Hmm.
Pretty cool.
Why is one a 2 and one's a 1?
Yeah, that's just because they have different designs. A little bit different in shape and design.
They are?
Barely.
I can't tell the difference.
One has one thing at the end, the other one has 2 things at the end.
Really?
So that one has 2 things at the end, and the one on the right has 1 thing at the end. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that has 1 thing at the end, the other one has 2. It's a little bit different. Barely a difference.
I don't see the difference at all.
It's a very, very small difference.
Do I have to download both of them?
Sure.
Or is one a different version?
And then the other one is NOKL, so names.
Eh. Why?
Because I mean, there's a lot more too.
You mean this
I could
one?
put you through TTZX. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's the one.
Yeah, that's the only one I like there. Why?
Because.
Okay.
I mean, I could put you through one more, but I won't.
I want my computer to be done downloading by the end of the morning.
It should be. Maybe.
Okay, this one's done. What's this one? Oh, that's 3.13 megabyte. Okay, well that's not too bad. Okay, I'll minimize this and I think we'll call it. Because I want to go to bed.
Yeah.
Yes.
I am a tired person.
I am tired.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how easy it is to download stuff.
Quite easy.
Quite easy. And sometimes you download stuff that don't work, and that's just the way it is. But
at least you checked it out.
yeah,
At least it's an option.
yeah, won't break your computer. It won't break your. It
there
won't.
may be something that can break your computer.
It ain't gonna break your computer. That's why you back up things. But anyways, those things will not break your computer. Oh, I'm tired. Okay, big weekend coming up. Might as well get some rest now.
Yeah. Well, we can.
Well, we can, yes, because the trains start early in the morning.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, that's about it for now. So, yeah, we should be streaming sometime tomorrow, I would imagine. I got work to do, but yeah, you might be able to watch what we're doing too. I don't see why not. So, be busy weekend. Anyways, that's all for now, guys. Have a good one. Talk to you later.
Bye.
See ya.